Whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But you guys, week 6 of the BBR, the New York Melmetals are taking on the Arizona Diamondboks in an epic week 6 showdown. Now I have to let you guys know this is pretty brutal. I was about to battle Zayne here and I realized that his team is not the team that I spent all week prepping for. I did practice matches, I built the team out, I went over it with a fine-tooth comb, and it turns out I prepped for the wrong team. And even worse, the team that I prep for, I don't play in the regular season. So a little bit bummed about that because I had to rebuild the team very quickly. So I built this team in about 20 minutes, no practice, no prep otherwise, so we're just gonna have to roll with it, man. But unfortunately that's the circumstances that I'm in. I do think it's a winnable match regardless, but I just wanted to let you guys know up front it was a little bit rocky this morning. It's been a crazy morning. New York Melmetals t-shirts available in the description below if you guys want to snag one of those. They look pretty fancy. And then let's run through Zayne's team here really quickly, and then I'll kind of talk about what I'm bringing. He's got a Gothitelle, which obviously has the ability to trap your Pokemon. It could be Choice Scarf, it could be Trick, it could be Calm Mind. Entei generally is like a Sacred Fire Choice Banded attacker. Maybe he runs like a Grass Z or something to try to catch, I don't know what he would catch with that. Blastoise maybe. Heliolisk, of course, could be like a Volt Switch Life Orb set. Generally would carry Dry Skin in this situation. Donphan, very bulky Rapid Spinner and Hazard Setter. Spiritomb, of course, can, bring it. It's only Dark type, so could be effective that way. Volplume is only Poison type, and generally is annoying with Strength Stop. Mega Blastoise, another Hazard Remover with Rapid Spin and just very bulky, can take a lot of hits and can deal a lot of damage out. Slurpuff generally would carry Sticky Webs, or it'd be the Unburdened Belly Drum set. Escavalier would probably be defensive to kind of check my Kyurem, but it gets like Iron Head and Knockoff and Mega Horn, things like that. Como-O is probably one of the bigger threats. Obviously has Z moves, but not Klinger or Soul Blaze. Can set up with things like Autotomize. It can run Dragon Dance. It can run Belly Drum. So it's got a lot of setup opportunities. And last but not least is this Tornadus, which is the Incarnate form, which sits at 111 speed with Prankster or Defiant, and can fire off some Hurricanes and things like that. So that's the team. You can kind of see what I expect him to bring. I think Goth, Entei, Heliolisk, Donphan, Blastoise, Slurpuff, Escavalier, Como-O, and Tornadus are the most likely brings in my opinion against me. So let me break down my team here, guys. Be sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you guys are new. This is kind of a filler league for me as we approach Sword and Shield, and our question today is, what Pokemon do you hope gets a Gigantamax form? I would love to see Vikavolt get one, man. I think that would be really cool. So smash that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me just kind of show you guys what we're bringing today really quickly. I'm bringing a defensive Blastoise, like a mixed defensive. Its main objective is to just kind of keep the Entei from beating me. Scald is pretty annoying for my opponent. Toxic, Rapid Spin to keep houses off the field, and then Roar is there primarily for Gothitelle or Como-O trying to set up on me. I've got my standard Kyurem here, which is the ICMZ Free Shock set. Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, Substitute, so I don't have to predict. I think this is maybe our lead. It's very strong against him. Escavalier is his best switch in. Does have Entei and Blastoise that can switch in as well, but those don't want to take Fusion Bolts, and even ICMZ Free Shock is going to do a lot. I've got the standard Absol here, but I'm carrying Play Rough, which is for the Como-O. As I mentioned, the thing's such a big threat. I don't have it on layout, but I definitely think it's coming. Knockoff, Sucker Punch, and Ice Beam. Ice Beam for the Donphan. I don't have fire coverage for Escavalier, but I think I have enough coverage on the rest of the team to deal with that. I've got Jirachi here. This is a Poke Aim Special. Joey recommended this set, and it's a relatively speedy Jirachi with Iron Head, Heart Stamp, Fire Punch, and Substitute with leftovers. This thing's job is to substitute up, kind of dodge some attacks, and then just start flinching my opponent. Joey was just like, dude, you could just flinch him and win the game. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll give it a shot. So we're going to rock with the Jirachi. I've got Lycanroc here, one of my faves. Just a standard Jolly Tough Claws Life Orb set. Fire Fang for Escavalier. Accelerock hits the Tornadus. Stone Edge does big damage. And then Zen Headbutt for Como, because again, I don't want to allow that to set up on me. And then I'm actually bringing Nidoking here. Nidoking's got Toxic Spikes. Very crucial to the game plan here. If he doesn't bring Volplume, Toxic Spikes can be insanely good against my opponent. Obviously, Donphan and Blastoise provide him with two really good hazard moving options, including Tornadus' Defog. But I still think Toxic Spikes are super good. I've got the Pyapa Berry there, so I can live a Psychic move from the Gothitelle, which is pretty useful. I've got Ice Punch, Earthquake, and then Sucker Punch as priority to just deal some damage where Adamant with some good speed stats. So that's going to be our strategy in this match. Probably get my Kyurem out there early, try to do some big dents to his team. If I can get those Toxic Spikes up and keep them up, I think we're going to be in really good shape, because I think Jirachi can just win the game. Otherwise, we've got some cool defensive pivots and primarily some big threats like Absol. I think the way we lose this game, if I'm being honest, is Goth, Como-O or Slurpuff setting up on us. If one of those is able to successfully set up on me, it could spell disaster. So I'm gonna get connected here. We're gonna throw down against Zayne, and hopefully it goes well, because again, I prepped for the wrong team, so that's just awkward. So I'll get connected and I'll see you guys shortly. Alright guys, we are connected here with Zangoose, so we're gonna find out exactly which 6 Pokemon he's gonna be bringing. It'll be interesting to see, because I definitely think there's some massive threats in this matchup, like Como-O and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting, because if he expects like Togekiss and Rachi and stuff, he may be a little less likely to bring those mons, but let's find out right now. And he is going to bring Como-O, brings Tornadus, does not bring Blastoise, which I'm a little surprised about if I'm being honest, but that's okay. Again, I'm not surprised to see the Como-O. So we'll bring that, put that bad boy on the layout, and then Tornadus over Gothitelle. So I'm glad there's no Gothitelle, because that thing's just really annoying, if I'm being honest. So we've got the Tornadus incarnate form. So Tornadus, Entei, Escavalier, Como-O, Donphan, and Heliolisk. So, okay, that's pretty, I mean, he went pretty offensive, I would say. So we've got the Tornadus, and then we've got the Como-O. So I have to be very mindful of that Como-O, because obviously that thing's a big threat. So here, I really like leading Kyurem, because Kyurem can just like dent something right off the bat, and it might not be a terrible idea. I'll run the risk of the Entei going for Sacred Fire against me, which could be kind of annoying. I could just pivot Blastoise in that situation, get a nice Scald off on something. He doesn't really have the best Scald switch-ins outside of maybe Heliolisk, so those are some options. I can also pull a double if I'm feeling that. I do like my Kyurem lead, although I do, again, feel that there's a very good chance that the Entei lead here happens. But I think I'm still going to rock with it. I think the Kyurem lead is just too good. I know it's kind of obvious, but I think it's too good. I really want to get those T-Spikes up. I mean, can Nidoking live a hit from... I don't really have a ton of time here, so I probably am just going to have to commit to this. But can I live a Sacred Fire? No. Okay, so we're just going to commit to this. We're going to lead Kyurem. Like I said, I am very underprepared for this battle, guys. Normally, I spend a good amount of time preparing. Not making excuses, it's just the reality of the situation. Like, I legitimately built for the entirely wrong team. I don't know how it happened. I guess I kind of know what happened. The two teams I was playing, their abbreviations both started with like A, and then I just like, I don't know, grabbed the wrong team. So here comes Lance Bass. That is going to be the Escavalier. So my opponent does kind of predict the fact that I was going to lead Kyurem. So not my best situation in the world. But I may just kind of say, forget this, and just go for a Free Shock anyway. Because we're going to do a pretty good chunk to him, like 60%. I could also Fusion Bolt, kind of gain some intel on what set he's bringing. I also have the opportunity of simply just switching out and maybe trying to get those T-Spikes up, because they are pretty good against my opponent, as I had mentioned. I kind of like that option, actually, is just switching out, getting up my T-Spikes, because then it's going to poison something. And I'm expecting... Yeah, I kind of like that. I really like the pressure that puts on, if I'm being honest. And it's going to threaten him out pretty much right away. So I'm expecting an Iron Head or a Protect here on the first turn. So I'm going to go into Nidoking, because I think Nidoking is kind of my least useful member. And if my opponent does go for like an Iron Head, I know I can live the hit. I just closed one of my calcs. Which one did I close? I closed Absol's calc. Alright, well I got to open up another one then. It'll be easy to update. Absol, Mega, and we're pretty much max. And I have Play Rough. And I have Ice Beam. Okay. I think I have like 28 special attack, right? Absol 28 special attack. Okay. So yeah, I've got my Absol. Hasty though. My opponent's really thinking about this. I'm gonna definitely, obviously, make the switch here. I don't have any reason to... I mean, I could stay in and just get big damage off the Escavalier, but I'd rather catch him on a switch in. So let's go Reptar and see what he wants to do. I think, you know, he's probably gonna he's gonna knock off, so we lose our Pyapa Berry, but that's totally fine. I'm surprised he knocked off, because I would have actually been okay with that, but we see knockoff. I do want to see this damage though, just kind of get some idea of how strong this Escavalier is. He saw I had Pyapa Berry, knockoff. Was gonna do 40 to 48, so I'm 106 out of 165, so I'm at 64. So he did 36% to me. So 36% tells me that he's not adamant. He's defensive for sure. Yeah, so he's defensive. He's probably fully defensive here. So we're just gonna go for the Toxic Spikes, because I am gonna force him out here. He's gonna stay in. Okay, well I'll get up a layer of T-Spikes then in that case, and we'll see if he goes for the Iron Head, or what he's gonna do here. He goes to the Drill Run, so he'll probably just knock me out. He's probably AV. And he does just knock me out. So not the turns I wanted. Nidoking, or Escavalier kills Nidoking with Drill Run. Okay. Not how I wanted this to start, but such is life. So I kind of like Blastoise coming in and going for Roar. I mean, his Rapid Spinner is the Donphan, so I kind of keep that from coming out. Blastoise can definitely get a nice Scald off here, but it brings in Heliolisk. Alternatively, I have Jirachi, and Jirachi can take a Drill Run. I don't want to take a knockoff. Reaper doesn't have the damage output, and I could go Remiss and go for Fire Fang, but I'm not quite sure if that's the best play, because I might not be able to... I mean, I should be able to one-shot him unless he's Okaberry. I kind of like Blastoise here, because Blastoise can Roar, which I kind of like. So I'm going to go Blastoise. I kind of like Blastoise here. Even if Heliolisk comes in, it's not the end of the world. I kind of like Roar, though, to get some poison on his team. So I'm going to go for Roar here. Because Heliolisk is going to get poison when it comes in anyway. So we're just going to go for Roar. Not the good first couple turns for me. He's going to switch out, probably into Heliolisk. Sunscreen, yep. And it's going to get poison, and then we're going to be able to force it out here. And potentially poison something else, like Como-O, which would be really beneficial for me. So let's get the Roar off here. We're going to Roar that Heliolisk out. That thing's poisoned. And here comes Como-O. So I poisoned the Como-O. That's big. So now he's poisoned. And so is the Heliolisk. So 2 poisons. He's at 88%. All I can do is Scald, so we're just going to Roar, I think. Because I can't really do much to him. And that keeps him from setting up. He goes for Swords Dance, so he actually just revealed his set. He's Swords Dance. He's probably Swords Dance to Totemize. But I'm just going to Roar him out because I realize that Como-O is just a massive threat for me, and that's not something I really want to mess with. So we're going to Roar him out, and we're going to go right out into Sunscreen, so kind of a disadvantageous positioning for me. Obviously, Heliolisk is kind of annoying, but I'll get him down a little bit of percentage. And we have to figure out, what do I want to switch in here? I kind of like, I mean, I feel like if I'm him, I just Volt Switch here. So I think I'm going to go Night King. I think I'm going to go Night King because I think I need to break his team a little bit. And I can't risk my Blastoise taking damage. I think he's just going to Volt Switch or U-turn. But I'm going to go into Night King here and see what he wants to do. Maybe I'll get lucky and he misplays. Or he makes a play that isn't Volt Switch or U-turn. But he's probably just going to Volt Switch. Yep, there's the Volt Switch. Okay, get a little insight on this thing. Doesn't do very much to me. I expect this Cavalier to come on the field, and I think we're just going to Z into it this time. I didn't do it last time, and he knock-offed. I don't know if he's going to do it this time. I'm willing to burn my Z move because I realize that I don't really have the best ways to deal with the S-Cavalier at all. So, if I can weaken that thing, I can kind of get him closer to range for Absol. And Absol can actually go in. The Donphan's going to be quite annoying. I have to be very mindful of Donphan. Donphan's actually very annoying for my team right now. Donphan's very annoying for my team. Because, I mean, I can flinch it with Rachi, and it is going to get poisoned on entry, so that's the good thing. Here comes Lance Bass. That is going to be the S-Cavalier. All right, this is the time where I know he's not offensive invested, so I just have to Z into this thing. I can take an Iron Head, so we're just going to Z and just get as much damage off as I can. So we're going to Z Free Shock into it, and just, I don't think he's got Protect. I think he's AV, so we're just going to hit him. He's going to be very bulky. It's not going to do that much. If we can get over the 50% mark, though, that would be really nice. But I have a feeling he's going to be like fully physically defensive or something, and we're not going to do a ton of damage to him. But if I can weaken him here, that would be pretty beneficial. I got to get him a little bit lower here. So let's see. Gonna get some big damage off on him. That's gonna get him down. That did a good chunk. He does go for the Iron Head this time, and that's actually right around range for Fusion Bolt, I would say. He's at 40, about 40%. That's about Fusion Bolt range. I think I'm gonna go for it. It's a damage roll. Can I win this game with Night King later? I don't think he knockoffs here because he knows I'm Z. So I mean, I could go Blastoise and Scald. I don't really like that play though. The other option is going into Jirachi and clicking Fire Punch, which isn't a bad play, although I just bring out Entei at that situation. And then Entei comes out and then gets a free hit on Blastoise, and then I'm in a situation where I still can't hit the Heliolisk, which is annoying. So we're like right on the cusp of whether I Fusion Bolt here and get the kill. That's the thing though, Kyurem comes in and Ice Beams later and just does so much damage to his team. So I'm gonna run a risky play here. I'm gonna assume he goes for Iron Head. If he goes for knockoff, that's just a really good play. That's all I can say. He goes for the Mega Horn, so it works out even better for me. So he kind of predicts a switch there. That does a lot. So he makes a really good kind of, I guess, middle ground play, but that's okay. I get my Jirachi in, and now I can just go for a Fire Punch here, and we can get rid of this thing. So if he wants to stay in, that's fine, but he's going to let it go down. And he does show the Oka Berry, so there's a chance he lives this. I'm thinking he doesn't, though. Oh, he does. I snag a burn, which is massive. He's going to knock off, though, which is really annoying because now I'm going to lose my leftovers. So the fact that he had the Oka Berry allows him to live. I'm in a tough situation here because now my Jirachi is essentially useless, and he dies to burn, which is not very good either. So Jirachi kills Escavalier with Fire Punch. This is not going well at all. This is not going well at all. Yeah, no, this isn't how I wanted this to go. Okay, well, the Escavalier's gone. All right, we got our spikes up, our T-spikes up, and I've already poisoned a couple things. I haven't poisoned the Entei, which is annoying, but I've poisoned almost everything because Donphan comes in, gets poisoned. I think Donphan could come in here, and then we just got to flinch it to death, man. That's it. We're just going to flinch it to death. I think that's my play at this point. Just get as much damage off on Donphan as I can. How do I win this game? Probably with Lycanroc. Lycanroc actually is looking pretty good. Here comes the Torn. Alright, I think I just go for the, what do I want to do against this thing? I don't really have a ton of options. I mean, my play is Remus once I go down. So I think I just let Jirachi go down here. We just go for the Fire Punch and hope for a burn. Keeps him kind of from setting up on me. Or I go for Iron Head for the most damage. But Fire Punch will give me a good chance to burn him, which could be clutch. Just trying to think if there's any reason to save Jirachi at this point. I'm thinking there isn't. So yeah, I'm going to just go for the... and I think that Helios very well could be Scarfed. So we have to keep that in mind. Okay, let's go for the Fire Punch here. I think he's going to just knock me out, though. He goes for the Dark Pulse. Okay, so we see Dark Pulse on Torn. Okay, that's fine. Torn kills Rachi with Dark Pulse. Okay, now I pretty much have to go either Absol and just go for a big knockoff and try to get damage off, or I go into my Remus and I can Excel Rock and get the KO. Yeah, Excel Rock should KO. That's if he's hasty though, so there's a chance that he actually lives it, and then I'm in a lot of trouble if he does. So what's my best play? Is it just go Reaper and then take a Hurricane to the face? Might just be Absol. Just kind of annoying. I'm not sure I like that, but it might be my best play. Because then I at least am keeping offensive pressure on. Yeah, knockoff does a lot. I think I just gotta go Absol here. And I can't live a Hurricane though. That's the problem. He's not Life Orb. I'm not living Hurricane if he goes for it. And he's gotta have Superpower or something. That's the thing. He's gonna KO me here. And if he's Z, he definitely lives. The other option is... dude. Yeah, this is just not a good game for me, guys. This is just not a good game for me. Okay, I think we just go Absol and knock off. What's my other options here? Remus coming in and going for Stone Edge. But again, either way, Donphan's coming in. I think he could just one-shot me here. That's the problem, but I'm going to go for it. I'll just go to Absol. Not a good game for me, guys. Just not a good game for me. What are you going to do? Okay, it's all good. We'll try to bounce this back. Alright, we're going to Mega Evolve here, and I'm going to go for the knockoff. Maybe he switches. He's going to stay in. So I'll get big damage off. It's probably Z, though. He's probably going to Z Hurricane me. And we're going to go down. So I'm going to have to... I don't know how I can win this game at this point. If he's Scarfed Helios, that is, which I think he is. But we'll get knockoff off here. That's Z. He's going to Z Hurricane. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw that coming, dude. Torn kills Absol with Z Hurricane. Yeah, dude, that's annoying. Okay, at least he's weakened. Now Lycanroc can kill. The problem with Lycanroc here, Lycanroc can definitely clean up. It can definitely put in the work, but the problem is Donphan comes in, and I cannot beat the Donphan with the set I have, so this is going to KO. Yeah, okay. Alright, I know he's Z now. Alright, so we go into Lycanroc. I'm going to make a cheeky play here. I'm going to predict the Donphan and switch out and go Kyurem, I think. Is that my play? Or is my play just go for Excel Rock? Would he save this thing? He might. I think I have to just make the play and go Kyurem for the Donphan. Because I need damage off on stuff, and like that's really the only way I'm going to get it, I think. Or Or I Excel Rock, Donphan comes in, I go Blastoise, I start roaring things around is my other option. A little bit more of a slow play. I guess, yeah, I have to Excel Rock here. I hate this. I'm just gonna Excel Rock. I know he's gonna go Donphan. And he goes for Defog. Wow, okay. So he did actually carry the Defog on this thing. I wasn't expecting that, and he's gonna be able to remove it. So Lycanroc kills Torn with Excel Rock. So now his Donphan is no longer, it's not gonna be poisoned. I did poison a couple other things though, and the Entei's not gonna be poisoned either now. So I don't see how I pull this one out. There's hope, but it's very slim hope, because the thing is, every time Helios comes in on Blastoise every time, so there's nothing I can do there. And I don't think Kyurem's at enough health to bring it in against Donphan. So I think, yeah, here comes the Donphan. I think I just have to predict rocks. I mean, what's my Kyurem at? Is it at enough to switch into rocks? If it's not, I have to predict rocks, I think. 55 out of 207. Yeah, that's enough to switch in. I'm assuming... Yeah, this is just a really frustrating game for me, guys. Sorry. I can go Blastoise and try to stall it out, because I can Rapid Spin. We'll go Blastoise, play it safe here. Man. I'm assuming he just rocks. If I'm him, I rock, but he goes for EQ. Okay. And that's the thing. He can just go Helios now. And there's not a ton I can do about that, unfortunately. Because Helios is going to be Dry Skin. And it's already poisoned, so there's not much I can do there. So I think I have to either double into Lycanroc. The thing is, I needed this thing poisoned. That's the problem. I mean, I don't see him staying in here. He just goes Helios, I think, every time. Does Lycanroc one-shot Heliolisk with Stone Edge? And that's the other thing, too. Like, Donphan just comes in every single time, dude. It does. All right, I'm going Lycanroc. We got to make a big play here. I don't know, man. This is tough. This is tough. All right, he switches into what? Sunscreen. Yeah, if this thing's Scarfed, I just lose, like, automatically. So there's not much I can do about that, but we'll at least see what we can do here. I'm gonna Fire Fang, because I think Fire Fang will kill him. And if I can get a burn off on something, that could help us get back into this. If he's Dry Skin and I Fire Fang, it should kill. So we're gonna Fire Fang. I think he's Scarfed though. He's gonna switch. So he's not Scarfed. Okay. Here comes Donphan. Alright, I need a burn pretty badly. I need a burn! I don't get it, and he shows lefties, which is what I did not want to see. How do I win this? I don't know if I can. I genuinely don't know if I can. Zen Headbutt flinches. I mean, I gotta get... That's an annoying game, dude. Just an annoying game for me. Like I said, I'm just frustrated because I didn't have time. Like, I just didn't have the time. It's my own fault, though. Like, I'm not mad at my opponent or anything. It's my fault for not preparing. But I'm just annoyed at myself for, like, not preparing, you know? Like, that's really annoying, dude. It's just really annoying. Alright, I'm gonna lose my Entei switch in here as well. This game just really comes down to I have to Scald, I think, and just hope he misplaces Donphan here. Although that does heal the Helios, but it is what it is. I just have to Scald. Maybe he won't go Helios this time because he thinks I'm gonna double again. I don't know. I just need damage on this thing. Yeah, he's not gonna let it happen. He could go Como here. He goes into Samurai Jack. That's what, the Entei or the Como? That's the Como. So he goes Como here. Gonna try to go for the dubs. But if I can't weaken Donphan, I needed those T-Spikes. That was the thing. I needed those T-Spikes. Alright, my play is Roar. I could take one hit. Roar him out here. So let's Roar. I think he's attacking this time. Yeah, he close combats. Okay. And we actually lived it, so that's kind of cool. Last, Como has close combat, so he's SD, CC. At least so I KO him. Like, that's the thing. If I can weaken the Donphan, there's hope for us. But until I do that, like, there's nothing I can do. I just can't beat his team yet. I have to get a lot of flinches, man. I'm gonna roar. I just let him go down. There's nothing I can do here. Just annoyed, man. If I had T-spikes up for the Don fan, I feel like there was hope in this game. But he had really good prep and having defog on the Torn, which was smart because I obviously have sticky webs on my team. So it made a lot of sense. I just kind of misplayed the beginning of the game against S-Cavalier. Losing lefties on Jirachi really like inhibited that thing's ability to do anything. So here comes the Volt Switch, obviously. So Helio kills Blastoise with Volt Switch. Yeah. Yeah, I just can't break Donphan right now. I just can't break it with Lycanroc. So maybe I'll get lucky. He goes into the Entei. And again, if this thing is anything other than, like, if this thing is Scarf, then I just lose, right? Like, I don't know if he would be Scarfed Entei. It is a common set. I have to go Remus here, and I have to just click Stone Edge. That's the thing, though, that I just lose to the Donphan, though. Like, I can't beat Donphan. So we just Stone Edge here and hope for the best. Maybe I could bring it closer. But I just can't beat Donphan. He just goes Donphan every time. Without the T-spikes, like, that's the thing that's frustrating, is if I was able to get the T-spikes. I think I needed to go Lycanroc. With the turn I went Absol, I think I needed to go Lycanroc. It was really bad prep. Like, I was really close to bringing, instead of Nidoking, I was going to bring, like, Decidueye and stuff. So he is Scarfed. Okay, so that's game, dude. GG's to my opponent here. He's going to pick up the W with Scarf Entei, so it doesn't even matter. So Entei kills Lycanroc. Entei kills KB. Alright, GG's, man. I mean, what are you going to do, dude? Like I said, I don't necessarily feel like this is anything close to representation of my normal battling, dude. Like, not to make excuses. It's just the reality of it. My opponent played and prepped really well, though, so props to him. I can't be mad at him about it. It's my own fault for not writing down the team right, so that's how that's going to go. So GG's to my opponent, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry that this was a really bad match, man. Like, this is not the kind of match that we normally would have, but what are you going to do? Scarf Entei was a good bring, though. Dude, so stupid, man. I really feel like this was such a winnable match for me, and I just played like crap. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. See you later. Bye. Yo, what's up, guys? I just wanted to add this little video clip to the end of this video and let you guys know that I actually decided to just drop out of the BBR League. You're probably gonna be like, oh my god, aDrive's so salty, he just lost and then quit the league. And you know, I mean, obviously that loss was not a fun one to sit through, but that's really not the reason why I decided to drop the league. There's a few reasons, and the main thing is this morning I found myself incredibly frustrated and flustered trying to get ready for this match when I thought I had the right team in the first place, and then when I had to rebuild my team, I was even more frustrated, and it really just like put me in a pretty bad mood this morning, and I don't want to feel that way first and foremost when I'm playing. Two, I'm not really super stoked on the team that I have. It's a good team, don't get me wrong, but it just feels super awkward for me to build around, so that's been kind of frustrating for me. Three, we are just 4.5 weeks away from Pokemon Sword and Shield, and the thing with this league is, like, even if I had made the playoffs, which we're in position to make the playoffs, I wouldn't be able to play the playoffs because I always take time off right before the new game comes out to kind of rest my mind and focus on other things and really get in the mode for Sword and Shield. And I don't think I'll be able to do that properly by competing in this league. So that's the main reasoning. Like, the next few weeks for me should really be about focusing on just creating fun and content that's lighthearted, keeps me in a good mood, spending time with my family, and not being frustrated. And the opposite things just happened today where I had to scramble to get things ready and took away time from my family. I was frustrated, which, again, my own doing, but I'm human, so I do get frustrated at times. And, you know, it's just not the break that I think I should have to be the best I need to be for Sword and Shield. So you could take this as an excuse. You could say I lost and quit or whatever you want to say. That's up to you. But I'm just telling you for where I'm feeling. I think for me, my head needs to be 100% focused on Sword and Shield right now. And it took me a little while to realize that. I've kind of been feeling a little uneasy the last couple weeks. That's just kind of where I'm at. I really think that I need to focus because this is like such a huge chapter in my life, in my career with Sword and Shield coming out. I really just want to be like 110% for that. And this morning I haven't felt that way because of this game, and I just don't want to feel that way. So I don't want to spend 5-10 hours a week preparing for battles when I could spend that time with my daughter or with my wife, because I know I'm barely going to see them when the game comes out. So that's kind of where I'm at, you know what I mean? So I just want to let you guys know that this is my goodbye to the BBR props to the homies in the league. They were a lot of fun, and I had a really good time, and hopefully they can find someone to kind of fill in for me for the last couple weeks. And I'm sorry to anyone who is disappointed that there's not going to be any battles for the rest of the season. It's 3 battles left, and you could be like, well, aDrive, you could just do the 3 battles, but I'm not going to do them and not try. Like, that's just not me. Like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to put 100% into it, and if I don't do that, then I'm going to get results that are garbage, and if I get results that are garbage, then I'm going to be mad at myself, you know what I mean? So I always say I'm a competitor, and I feel like some people don't understand that for whatever reason, but I get frustrated when I lose. I'm happy when I win, and I'm frustrated when things don't go the way I want them to, and today was the opposite of what I wanted to have happen for this game and just for the prep and everything. And yeah, the mood I just felt from that game just wasn't where I want to be. So that's that, guys. I hope you respect my decision. I hope you guys will continue to support what I do. My next focus is WBE Draft League, and I think ultimately, while I don't regret joining BBR, I think I just wasn't thinking with my head. I was just like, oh, let me get more battles. I just want to battle. I just want to battle, after a really unfortunate situation where I lost in the playoffs in WBE. So that's that, man. It's so frustrating, but this is what I think is best for me. So thank you guys for respecting that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. I have plenty of battles on my channel if you want to watch some old ones. So thank you guys. Bye.